There is a physical change that I feel it. It does something to your body for certain.
We're in Barcelona, finding out the effects noise can have on our minds and bodies.
If you were exposed to high level of noise for 1 or 2 decades, that could ultimately result in you dying earlier.
From increased risk of stress to sleep problems, heart attacks to dementia, is there a big invisible killer all around us?
Loud. Saturday at 12 GMT. Still to come on the Arts Hour with me, Nikki Beatty, a beautiful, heartfelt, funny and unusual Swedish road trip movie that's a documentary. Sister Midnight, an Indian film with an amazing lead performance from Radhika Apte. I'll be talking to her and the director Karan Kandari. Also comedy advice from Ted Lasso's Nick Mohammed and sublime music from the Finnish collective Frigg. All that still to come on the Arts Hour.
BBC News with Justine Green. Ukraine launched its biggest drone attack on Moscow and its surrounding area overnight, killing 2 and wounding 18, as US and Ukrainian officials begin talks in Saudi Arabia on efforts to reach a ceasefire. Meanwhile, Russia says it has struck Ukraine's port city Odessa. Police in the Philippines have arrested the former president Rodrigo Duterte. He's been charged with crimes against humanity under a warrant issued by the International Criminal Court in relation to his violent war on drugs. China's governing Communist Party has been celebrating the country's advances in artificial intelligence. Speaking at the National People's Congress, President Xi Jinping said he wanted China to become the global leader in AI by the end of the decade. Global stock markets have continued to fall over concerns about the negative economic impact of Donald Trump's trade tariffs. Heavy losses on US markets on Monday were triggered by President Trump saying the US economy was in a period of transition. Greenland is voting in an election which may prove pivotal for the Arctic territory's future. Donald Trump's interest in acquiring Greenland has fueled a long-standing debate over its independence from Denmark. An Indonesian TikToker has been jailed for nearly 3 years for blasphemy for telling a picture of Jesus on her phone to cut his hair in a live stream. Ratu Talisa, a Muslim transgender woman, was convicted under controversial hate speech laws used to target hundreds. The Dalai Lama says his successor will be born outside China, despite China's insistence it will choose the next spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism. In a new book, the Dalai Lama said for his replacement to fulfill their purpose, they must be born in the free world. Manchester United have announced they're going to build a brand new football stadium capable of holding 100,000 fans. The stadium will be built next to Old Trafford, where they currently play. The club has debts of $1.3 billion. BBC News.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Tuesday edition of the morning show. Today is Tuesday, the 11th day of March, the year 2025, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only
Show with Archie. This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so from now till exactly 12 o'clock when I bring the curtains down for the end of the program, I'm going to be your captain and I'm going to lead you through greener pastures, bringing you all the information and the news that you need, all right? Yes. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Continue to keep your dial still locked on Starr Radio, okay? And you enjoy the program. But let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Without who's able assistant in production, I will not be able to sit here to bring you the program. And let me also say good morning To my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Laimi Koiki, to Eben all the way in South Africa, good morning to you. Delta all the way in Ghana, good morning to you. Shamsuddin, good morning. Aziz, Bishop Adeshina, Tosino, Anthony Adedeji, massive good morning to you all, and all of you who watch us live on the Koiki Media platforms and the Yoruba Nation platforms, and of course the United States of Biafra platforms. I salute each and every one of you. I say good morning to you. Juliet Makipela, yes, wherever you are, good morning. All our listeners in Kenya, I salute you there as well. Felix all the way in Aberdeen, good morning. Kojodi, good morning. Mr. Dantebere, CEO of GL Accountancy Services, good morning to you. And all our lovely producers on Star and presenters on Star Radio UK, I salute you. And everyone who works behind the scenes to make sure that things come your way, I salute you all. And once again, I say welcome to the Star Radio UK Tuesday edition of the morning show. So if it's the first time of tuning in, I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe, and that is known as Global Trotting. We'll move on from there, and then we'll bring you the details of the stories that we have touched on. And then at 11:45, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussion. At 12 o'clock exactly, we'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So, Nigerians, that's what's going to happen. But wherever you are, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, then. We're going to be moving on swiftly, but let me take the opportunity to once again say good morning to Reverend Emmanuel Chidi, Reverend Michael Siama, Minister Elome Siama, Mr. Kofi Ali Abdul Yakin, massive good morning to you. Mr. Malik Dramani Mahama, good morning to you. Mr. David Kluche, good morning to you, gentlemen. Ellen, good morning. Mama Lynn, good morning to you, wherever you this morning as well. Atakovi, good morning to you and all the inhabitants of Ashaman in Ghana, yes, in the Greater Accra region, and to the chief of Ashaman himself. I salute you, Ni. I hope you are doing very, very well. But this is Star Radio, okay? And this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's crack on. Let's crack on. Let's crack on. As you heard, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right then. So the quote for the day says, if leaders and the people in a particular nation allow corrupt practices to become the norm, the underdevelopment becomes the obvious outcome. Now, if leaders and the people in a particular nation allow corrupt practices to become the norm, then underdevelopment becomes the obvious outcome. Do you agree with me or not? I think you got to agree with me. And that's what we see around Africa and most of the developing world, because there seems to be that going on and on and on and on. But wherever you are, once again, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on straight to the weather front. Let me tell you what is happening on the weather front. Well, a bit chillier than it's been of late, as we did warn yesterday. Yesterday was was it 15, 16, thereabout. Some even hit 19 thereabout. But hey, today will be a breezy and a chillier with a mix of variable cloud and bright spells. It should be mainly dry, but the odd shower cannot be ruled out. Tonight will turn colder with a mix of cloud and clear spells. It should be mainly dry, but the odd shower or spot of rain cannot be ruled out there as well, possibly turning wintry on the hills. Okay, top of temperature is going to be 9 degrees, the lowest is going to be 2 degrees. UV level low, pollution low as well. Sunset is going to be at 17:58 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 06:25 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, thank you. Now let me take you to the travels and let me tell you what is happening on your travels this morning. And as we'll say on this platform, keep your eyes on the roads, as we keep you navigating. And let me take the opportunity to say good morning to Mr. Eric Nana Esiedu Morton. Dr. Morton, good morning. He is the best MC in town. Having any event, you want somebody to come and control it or direct it or speak for you. Boy, is there to do that. Dr. Martin, good morning to you. Mr. Yawin Free, good morning to you as well, wherever you are this morning. Okay, now let's crack on. On the underground this morning, Mild May, Circle, DLR, Victoria are all experiencing minor delays. So please check before you leave. Yeah, check before you leave. However, all the others are running a good service. DLR, Landing Tramlake and Landing Overground are also running a good service there, bringing us straight to the major roads in London. On the major roads in London, that's the A roads, A13 and Central London Red routes are experiencing serious delays. If you can avoid it, do your best to do so. But on the river bus, I can tell you assuredly, good service there. The London Cable Car is also running a good service. But that brings us straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. On the National Rail, what have I got for you? Well, East Midlands Railways is experiencing, offering or providing special service, and ScotRail special service there as well. That aside, all the others are running a good service. But as I would say on this platform, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. All right, then. We'll come back to you in a moment as we take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome back to the program. Let me take this quick announcement and then we continue with the show. Take you global trotting. Well, it's 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Exclusive event, Women in Business Networking Breakfast 2025 is taking place on Monday, the 17th of March 2025 from 9:45 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. and it's hosted by BB Clement, entrepreneur and author of the book for how to go from employee to entrepreneur, and the speaker is Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, who is a global thought leader on business and wealth creation. The event is taking place at the Tramshed 51 to 53 Woolwich New Road, London, SE18 6ES. Now the nearest stations are DLR Woolwich Arsenal, Southeastern Trains Woolwich Arsenal, and Elizabeth Line Woolwich. There are limited spaces for your fees. Well, it hasn't come cheap. It's not for free. Let me put it that way. Ordinary tickets is £60, and then for VIPs, that's a top of £15 here, there, and bringing you to £75. But there are limited places, so get your hands on the ticket. But to register, go to Eventbrite or email bb@bbclement.com for more information. Call 079 56 596 406 079 56 596 406, and you will be in there. And I tell you, it's a world of knowledge that's going to be impacted to you. But wherever you are, this is Starr Radio UK, and it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London this morning, where we're bringing you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As I do say, if it's making the headlines, be rest assured we're going to touch on it. So kicking off from home here in the UK, what have I got for you? A massive ship came out of the blue. Sailors describe harrowing escape from a tanker. One cargo crew member is still unaccounted for, and the search has been called off after an extensive search, HM Coast Guard has said. Well, so it's gone. it's gone. It's gone because those those seas, and then with everything, the fire garden, it's quite a worrying one. Other stories. Starmer says benefit system is unfair and indefensible. Now, if you are one who benefit from that, what do you think about all that? We're going to be telling you more about that. Illegal working in UK was unbearable, a migrant has said. And then nationwide customers to get £50 each after a Virgin deal. Well, you want to know? You want to stay tuned and don't touch the dial at all, because I'm going to bring you everything that you need to know from archaeology to zoology here in the UK. Well, for football fans, Man United is planning to build an iconic £2 billion, 100,000 capacity stadium as well. But at the moment, they are in debt of out to the tune of I think 1.2 or 1.2 billion or thereabout. But well, it's a business. Yeah. All right, then moving on to other parts of the world to look at some of the stories making the round. Well, Ukraine says it's a land. Yes, the largest drone attack of war hits Moscow region. Russian officials have said at least one person is killed. Russian officials say in what appears to be the largest attack on Moscow of the war. Well, we know that the peace talks is supposed to start, I think, today. We'll see what is happening. Trump is not going to be there, and though Zelensky is there, he's not going to be part of it, but they are going to have their own reps sitting in to have that discussed. Now, the Kurdish-led SDF agrees to integrate with Syrian government forces. That is the only way forward that they will be able to patch out things and have a peaceful country to bring about development there, right? Good. Now, Greenland goes to the polls in vote dominated by Trump and independents. Well, would they want to be part of Trump's properties, or they will want to be independent as they are? Because with Denmark looming there, because it's like, I don't know whether Denmark is not giving them the necessary protection that they need, but whatever it is, just continue to stay with us. Now, Philippines ex-leader Duterte has been arrested on ICC warrant over drug killings. Well, there were excesses. I'm not doubting that at all. But did he manage to quell the insurgence of the drug menace in that particular part of the world? Was it? Did he do well? Well, if we can say that he did well, and we've stopped the number of people who were getting into drug usage or selling drugs or trafficking drugs or using our kids or the children to be involved in drug trafficking and its usage, then it's done well, right? But well, they said that I don't know whether the Philippines is part of it's a signatory to the ICC, but the country has arrested him. I don't know what is going to happen there, but well, we'll hear more about that. He was a tough man at the place, yeah. All right, a TikToker jailed in Indonesia for telling Jesus to cut his hair. All right, then I'll be telling you more about that. I don't know whether Indonesia is even a Christian or a Muslim country or Islamic country, but I'll be telling you more about that. Uganda deploys troops to South Sudan to secure capital. The military chief is said to have said. I'll be telling you more about that. Romania far-right populist appeal against poll ban. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there. Straight on to the African continent still. In Congo, a boat has capsized and killed 25, and many others many of them were soccer players. The players were returning from a match in Moshi City in Maindombe province on Sunday night when the vessel capsized in the Kwa River. Oh boy. Well, in Nigeria as well, Anti-Graft Commission has recovered up to $500 million in a year. Oh boy. And in Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, now opposition parties have formed a coalition ahead of presidential polls. The coalition for a peaceful alternation is hoping to push demands for electoral reform and impose a balance of power in the ruling party. But it looks like now the world that we live in is more to do with who has got the money and who has got the power. And It's like the animal kingdom. So no rights. If I've got the power and I got the money to back it up, I do whatever I want. I become the law. Is that a new norm? Well. You want to know more? You got to stay tuned. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Well, in Nigeria still, APC rubbishes El-Rufai's move to SDP as presidency dismisses the threat to the party to unseat the ruling government. But I'll be telling you more about all that. In Ghana as well, as Ghana was celebrating its independence, 68th independent anniversary, one of the MPs who, let me put it this way, an embattled MP for some time until he went for a rerun, won and won his seat and he's won another election and now it's in place. That is Jechi Kwesi. As it says that as Ghana celebrates its 68th Independence Day, the National Democratic Congress Member of Parliament for Assin North, Mr. James Jechi Kwesi, has emphasized the need for the country to decolonize its mindset, institutions, and policies. Now, can we do that? That is a question. I want you to put your comments. If you cannot call in, put your comments there and let's hear what you think about it all. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. So in Ghana, some of other stories making the rounds. Well, the JB Dankwa banter continues. Well, JB Dankwa was not only a traitor but also opposed the motion of destiny. Well, depending on where you are standing, you have something to say. Professor Aaron Mike Okwei distorted history as a lecturer due to his hatred for Kwame Nkrumah. That's what the lawyer, one lawyer, is saying. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Still in Ghana, government recalls a diplomatic and service passport, sets March 17 as the deadline. Well, we'll see what happens on that front as well. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're going to take our first musical break, and once we come back, I will bring you all the details of the stories making the rounds. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And this tune is from Naomi Classic, and it's a reggae medley. Enjoy it, and I'll be with you.
That's how your love is. I can never find another lover stronger than yours. I will never have a better father.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
I'll just say I am living.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Living in the yellow flow.
Only the best music.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Living in the yellow flow, yeah. Living in the yellow flow. I'm living in the yellow flow. Everybody say oh, oh, oh. Everybody say oh, 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 oh. One more time, say oh, oh, oh. Say sweeter than the honey in the honeycomb. That's how you love me. awesome God, He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an everybody say it's an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom.
This is Starr Radio UK.
All around the world.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio.
Okay, some tune there, medley tune there from Naomi Classic. It's a reggae, gospel a medley tune there. I hope that you enjoyed it there as well. Well, medley there. God is an awesome God and all. But wherever you are this morning, thank you very much for tuning in on to Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we proceed, the Women in Business Networking Breakfast 2025 is taking place on Monday, the 17th of March 2025 from 9:45 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. The speaker is Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. He's a global thought leader on business and wealth creation, and he will be hosted by PB Clement, who is also an entrepreneur and the author of the book How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur. Well, if you want to get your hands on a ticket to be part of it, well, there are limited spaces, but the ticket comes at a cost of £60. For the VIPs, it's £75. There are limited space, please. So if you want to act on it, do so. But to register, go to Eventbrite or email bb@bbclement.com. For more information, call 079 56 596 406. 07956596406, and she will be of good help to you, Starr Radio. Okay, now let's move on straight to the stories, the details of the stories that we've looked at this morning. Okay, so coming from home here in the UK, well, yesterday during the day, we had that information coming through. A massive ship came from out of the blue, says a sailor who was on board an oil tanker that collided with a cargo ship in the North Sea on Monday. The collision involved the U.S. registered Starr Immaculate tanker, which was transporting jet fuel on behalf of the U.S. military and the Portuguese flagged Solong. Now, a spokesperson for the Starr said it's premature to say the fire on the tanker is extinguished. It is unknown if the fire is out on the Solong. One cargo crew member is unaccounted for, and the search has been called off after an extensive search, HM Coast Guard has said. It is now more than 24 hours since the collision between an oil tanker and the cargo ship off the East Yorkshire coast was first reported. Here is what we know. Which ships were involved? The U.S. flagged Starr Immaculate, which was carrying jet fuel for the American military, and the Portuguese flagged Solong ship. There were reports yesterday that the Solong might be carrying sodium cyanide containers on board, but it's unclear if any of those containers spilled into the water. But we'll be following it very, very closely, because environmentalists are worried about its impact there. There are two main threats to wildlife: the U.S. military jet fuel being carried by the Starr Immaculate and the 15 containers of sodium cyanide that might be on board the MV Solong. Now, jet fuel is toxic, and if ingested can kill marine organisms. There is also concerns from wildlife organizations that if seabirds ingest these animals, they may also be affected. It is yet clear, it isn't yet clear how much has leaked from the wreckage, but we know some has already been burned off, which is a good one, because we know that jet fuel is light and then it virtually burns quicker than the normal fuel. All right then. This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We'll move on to some of the other stories making the round this morning here in London. Sir Keir Starmer has called the current benefit system unsustainable, indefensible, and unfair, and said the government could not shrug its shoulders and look away. Addressing Labour MPs on Monday evening, the Prime Minister said the current welfare system was the worst of all worlds, discouraging people from working while producing a spiralling bill. The comment came as Work and Pension Secretary Liz Kandor prepares to set out changes to the welfare system and cut the benefits in the coming weeks. Chancellor Rachel Reeves has earmarked several £billion in draft spending cuts to welfare and other government departments ahead of the spring statement. There is an unease over the plans within the party, with Labour MP Rachel Maskell warning against draconian cuts that risks pushing disabled people into poverty. Now, she said deep concern among Labour MPs. She said, I look in the past at what Labour has achieved in the space and believe that we can hold on to our values, ensure that we're helping people and not harming people. Another MP, Neil Duncan Jordan, also expressed concerns, telling Newsnight, if we are going to make poor people poorer, then there will be a number of MPs who won't be able to sign up to that. It feels like it could be a rerun of austerity, and I'm worried about that. However, other sections of the Parliamentary Labour Party are calling for change. The Get Britain Working Group of 36 Labour MPs has said the government has a moral duty to help long-term sick and disabled people to work if they can. In a letter to Kendall, the MP said the country faced hard choices to overcome a crisis of economic inactivity. Now, speaking at a meeting of Labour MPs on Monday night, Sir Keir said, we find ourselves in the worst of all worlds situation, with the wrong incentives discouraging people from working, the taxpayers funding a spiraling bill. A wasted generation, 1 in 8 young people not in education, employment or training, and the people who really need that safety net still not always getting the dignity they deserve. That's unsustainable, it's indefensible, and it's unfair. People feel that in their bones. So this needs to be our offer to people up and down the country. If you can work, we will make work pay. If you need help, that safety net will be there for you. But this is the Labour Party. We believe in the dignity of work, and we believe in the dignity of every worker. A number of MPs leaving the meeting said they had been satisfied with the Prime Minister's words. One said they accepted that welfare reform had to happen, and we reassured that he had said it had to be done with Labour values and through the dignity of work. However, another said constituents were frightened and needed to know that support will be there. Well, support is going to be there, but the issue is, are you able to work? Are you looking for a job? Or is that a norm? Oh, I'm not, I because I'm getting some benefits, so yeah, let's chillax. Yeah, and then you're doing so. I think that's supposed to be everybody got to do something. Well, so you can contribute your quota. Why not? Because I know people who have been on benefit from time immemorial. The parent didn't, the grandparent didn't work, they were on benefit. Their parent didn't work, they were on benefit, and now they are also up. They are on benefit. They are not working, and they are producing children. They're giving birth, and the children to what are they going to be looking at? Oh, my parents never worked. They were always at home, maybe just coughing a bit of, and then drinking a bit and chilling. Yeah, and that is the life. No, you can do better than that. So let's see what that will bring about. Well, it's going to make Labour unpopular in some constituencies. However, if it's something that will get people to work, and those who are so demanding, interestingly, when it comes to welfare, it's quite a tricky bit, because there are some people who the state is spending so much on, but we can't get anything out of it. And we have the parents there who are pushing the agenda because they are benefiting from that. But well, whatever it is, this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. I wanted to have your take on that. Genuine people who need help should be helped. But those who don't need it and just taking advantage of it, oh boy, let the axe fall. All right then. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I wanted to bring you one final story, and then we will move on from the UK. All right, let's move on straight to other parts of the world and look at the stories making the rounds at 11:27. Now, the largest drone attack of war hits Moscow region, Russia officials have said. At least 3 people have been killed in the Moscow region in what appears to be the largest drone attack on the Russian capital. Ukraine has landed so far during the war. A further 18 people, including 3 children, were injured, Russian media reports citing health officials. Now, regional governor Andrei Vorobyev said the casualties were in the towns of Vidnoye and Domodedovo, just outside the capital, including a 50-year-old man who died in hospital. Now, state news agency TASS reports that 91 of the 337 drones were shot down over the region. Now, Vorobyev said 2 people were in a serious condition in hospital in Domodedovo. A 43-year-old woman has also suffered injuries to her torso, including intestinal damage, and a 44-year-old man has been wounded in the torso, shoulder, and shin. Now, he said 2 of the people killed had both died as they began their shift at a food company. Domodedovo official Evgenia Krustatleva later confirmed a 3rd person had died as well. The company told us that the 2 had died after debris hit its distribution center. More than 40 cars were also damaged in the incident, it said. The Moscow mayor Sergei Zobanianin said even 7 apartments in a residential building were also damaged. The roof of one building was damaged by drone wreckage. Through Sobyanin described the damage as insignificant. Well, but they are going for peace talks. That's supposed to be starting sometime this week, or I think starting today. But you look at this and you ask yourself, as the Ukrainians were asking, is Russia out for this peace at all? Well, what do you think about all that? But Rubio, who is the U.S. Secretary of State, says Ukraine partial ceasefire plan has promised ahead of talks. Now, the U.S. top diplomat has said that he sees promise in Ukraine's proposal for a partial ceasefire to end the war with Russia ahead of talks in Saudi Arabia between U.S. and Ukrainian officials later today. He said in a quote, I'm saying that alone is enough, but it's kind of concession you would need to see in order to end the conflict. UN Secretary of State Marco Rubio said on Monday, Kyiv is expected to propose an area and naval truce with Russia during the negotiations in Jeddah. Russia has previously rejected the idea of temporary ceasefire, saying it was an attempt to buy time and prevent Ukraine's military collapse. In a separate development, at least 3 people have been killed in a massive overnight drone attack, which I've talked about earlier on. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, so coming your way from other parts of the world. A Kurdish-led militia alliance, which controls northeastern Syria, has signed a deal to integrate all military and civilian institutions into the Syrian state, the country's president has said. The agreement, which includes a complete cessation of hostilities, says the US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces will hand over control of regions, border posts and airports and vital oil and gas fields. Says it also recognizes the Kurdish minority as an integral part of the Syrian state and guarantees the right of all Syrians to representation and participation in the political process. SDF Commander Mazloum Abdi called the deal a real opportunity to build a new Syria. We hope that holds, and it's not just a picture opportunity or whatever thing that is going on, but they will put their heads together and give a bit of peace to that part of the world as well. Of course, whatever happens in those areas has a way, some way, somehow, of affecting all other parts of the world, that the Middle East, I mean. Philippines police have arrested former President Rodrigo Duterte after the International Criminal Court issued a warrant accusing him of crimes against humanity over his deadly war on drugs. Now, the 79-year-old was taken into police custody shortly after his arrival at the Manila airport from Hong Kong. He has offered no apologies to his brutal anti-drug crackdown, which saw thousands of people killed when he was president of the Southeast Asian nation from 2016 to 2022 and mayor of Davao City before that. Upon his arrest, he questioned the basis for the warrant, asking, "What crime have I committed?" Now, Duterte, former presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo, criticized arrests, calling it unlawful as the Philippines withdrew from the ICC in 2019. The ICC earlier said it has the jurisdiction on the Philippines over alleged crimes committed before the country withdrew as a member. But activists called the arrest a historic moment for those who perished in his drug war and their families. The International Coalition for Human Rights in the Philippines said the arc of the moral universe is along, but today it has bent towards justice. Duterte's arrest is the beginning of accountability for the mass killing that defined his brutal rule, said the ICHRP Chairman Peter Murphy. Now, Duterte has been in Hong Kong to campaign for the upcoming 12th May mid-term election, where he had planned to run again for mayor of Davao. Now, footage aired on local television showed him walking out of the airport using a cane. Authorities say he is in good health and is being cared by government doctors. What is my sin? The question. I did everything in my time for peace and peaceful life for the Filipino people, he told a cheering crowd of Filipino expatriates before leaving Hong Kong. Well, it's quite an interesting one. But as he's saying, did he do it right? I said there were excesses, but did that actually stop the menace? That canker that was developing, did it manage to quell it? If it did, then I think it's done something, because we cannot, in the Ghanaian parlance, we say that you cannot boil a pot of rice and say that you get it well cooked and you will not have some burnt. Definitely there's going to be some burning, and that's what we control. Those are the excesses. But if the people of Philippines think that with his action, yes, maybe a few people they suffer, yet it gave majority of the people that peace of mind to be able to go about their duties, then why not? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio. Somebody will ask, if it's any of your members, the members of your family that had to go through that, will you be happy about that? That's another question, a good one there. But I think that, well, if it's serving the interests of majority of people, why not? Well, Starr Radio UK. Now, residents of Greenland are going to the polls today in a vote that in previous years has drawn little outside attention, but which may prove pivotal for the Arctic territory's future. U.S. President Donald Trump's repeated interest in acquiring Greenland has put its family in the spotlight and fueled the long-standing debate on the island's future ties with Copenhagen. There's never been a spotlight light like this on Greenland before, says Noja Bianco, a Danish Greenlandic policy expert on the Arctic. Now, Greenland had been controlled by Denmark nearly 3,000 kilometers or 1,860 miles away from for about 300 years. It governs its own domestic affairs, but decisions on foreign and defense policies are made in Copenhagen. Now, 5 out of 6 parties on the ballot favor Greenland's independence from Denmark, differing only on how quickly that should come about. Now, voting takes place over 11 hours at 72 polling stations and ends at 20 hours local time on Tuesday. The debate over independence has been put on steroids by Trump, says Masana Gerde, editor for Greenland newspaper Smitskjak. The island's strategic location and untapped mineral resources have caught the U.S. president's eye. He first floated the idea of buying Greenland during his first term in 2019. Now, since taking office again in January, he has reiterated his intention to acquire the territory. Greenland and Denmark leaders have repeatedly rebuffed his demands. Addressing the U.S. Congress last week, however, Trump again doubled down. We need Greenland for national security. One way or the other, we're going to get it, he said, prompting applause and laughter from a number of politicians, including Vice President J.D. Vance. Is he a sycophant? Wow. In Nuuk, his words struck a nerve with politicians who were quick to condemn them. We deserve to be treated with respect, and I don't think the American president has done that lately since he took office, Prime Minister Mute Gedi has said. But well, when the Ukrainian president also stood his ground and said that, in that exchange that took place in the White House, he said he's disrespected them. By saying this, haven't you disrespected the people of Greenland? He's saying that, well, there are a lot of resources there, yeah? Why don't we go there? We own it, we mine it. I bet you environmentalists will be going berserk. But well, you have to leave before you can save, right? Okay, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK at 11:38. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, on the African front now, Uganda has deployed special forces to South Sudan's capital, Juba, to help President Salva Kiir to secure it. Uganda Military Chief General Muhoozi Kainerugaba has said the move comes as tensions escalate between Kiir and his deputy Riek Machar, raising fears that their fragile peace deal could collapse and the conflict could resume. General Kainerugaba did not give reasons for the deployment to the neighboring state, but said that any move against Kiir is a declaration of war against Uganda. It goes on further to say, we shall protect the entire territory of South Sudan like it is our own, he added on the social media platform X. Now, South Sudan government has not yet commented on the deployment. Now, concern about the security situation in South Sudan has been mounting, with the U.S. on Saturday ordering the evacuation of all non-emergency staff from the country. Last week, the deputy chief of the army and 2 ministers, all allies of Machar, were arrested by the security forces, which an opposition spokesman called a grave violation of the peace deal. One of the ministers has since been released. So what is finding this unrest there that can or has a tendency of escalating, and then we have people displaced and life lost in that particular area as well, as you are seeing in Sudan itself. Okay, this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, and it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a quick break. We come back, have a sip of water, you get yourself a hot or cold drink, whichever is appropriate, and then we come back and look at the rest of the stories making the rounds. Just stay tuned from the African continent, of course. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK in their final segment of the morning show for today at 19 minutes past the top of the to the top of the hour. That is 11:41. If you want to hop in, do whatever, feel free to do so. Call us on 0208 133 2257, or you can text us as on 07539661744 07539661744. Yes, our X handle is at Starr Radio UK and email address is info@starradiouk.com. All right then. Okay, so now let's move on. In a sad development, a boat has capsized in southwestern Congo and killed 25 people, many of them soccer players, authorities said on Monday. The players were returning from a match in Moshi City in Maya in Dombe province on Sunday night when the vessel capsized on the Kwa River, and said Alexis Mputu, the provincial spokesperson. Now, Mputu suggested that the poor visibility at night may have been a factor. At least 30 other people survived, said Ranakel Kwatiba, the local administrator of Moshi Territory. Now, deadly boat accidents are common in the Central African country. Now, late night travel and overcrowded vessels are often blamed. Authorities have struggled to enforce maritime regulations. Now, Congo's rivers are major means of transfer for its more than 100 million people, especially in remote areas where infrastructure is poor or non-existent. Hundreds have been killed in boat accidents in recent years as more people abandon the new available roads of wooden vessels packed with passengers and their goods. Well, when you have the government of these countries now also just there, and then you have the leadership, the opulence, in the West, and you see things like that happening, then you ask yourself the question, are we for real? And we say, no, it's democracy, just live it, let it be. Yeah, really? Well, may their souls rest in perfect peace. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, another report coming through this morning. A bus overturned on the highway Tuesday, and passengers were thrown out of it, killing at least 12 people and injuring 45 in the South African city of Joburg. Emergency services had said emergency crews were trying to lift the bus back onto its wheel to see if any victims were trapped underneath. It said William Ntladi, a spokesperson for the city Ekurhuleni Emergency Management. On arrival, we found patients lying across the road, Ntladi said. The early morning crash happened on a highway near Joburg main OR Tambo International Airport. Oliver Tambo International Airport. The bus was lying on its side near the edge of the highway. It had been transporting people from the township or Kadron east of Johannesburg, officials have said. Ntladi said 12 people were declared dead at the scene of the crash by paramedics. Ntladi also couldn't give exact details on the extent of the injuries, but said they ranged from serious to critical. The driver was among those taken to hospital. No other vehicle was involved in the crash, and officials weren't yet able to determine the cause. Police are investigating the crash. Was being treated as a crime scene because of the fatalities, Natladi has said there. It is all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. A sad one. And once again, I will say it this way: may their souls rest in perfect peace at 11:46. Star Radio UK. Now, dozens of opposition parties in Ivory Coast have formed an alliance ahead the country's presidential poll due to take place in October. The Coalition for Peaceful Alternation is hoping to push demands for electoral reform and impose a balance of power on the ruling party. Now, however, heavyweights, including the Democratic Party of Ivory Coast, the country's oldest party, the Movement of Capable Generations, the MGC, of the former First Lady Simon Gbagbo and Charles Blair Gold, Young Patriots of Ivory Coast, COGEP. For its part, our coalition decided today to take another step forward in its project to strengthen the grouping of the opposition by formalizing this structure, said Simon Gbagbo on behalf of the alliance. But one major party is missing from the new coalition, that of the former president Laurent Gbagbo. Now, with the opposition in 3 blocks, there is the risk of votes being divided among them, which could benefit the ruling party unless the new coalition manages to rally support beyond its ranks. Political analyst Christophe Kofi believes the President Alassane Ouattara's party will have something to worry about if the vote goes to a second round. Unlike in Cameroon, the political parties have formed a bloc and the electorate will be very large around this bloc, he said. If they manage to force the party in power to a second round, there will be a grouping of all the opposition voters around whoever comes in pole position, and I think this could upset the ruling party. Well, they are strategizing, so I can tell you assuredly the ruling party will also be strategizing, right? Well, so that is what is happening there, but it's all coming your way from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's move on from there, from Star Radio UK. Okay, one other story, and that this leading us to Nigeria. Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission says it has recovered nearly $500 million in proceeds of crime last year. The recovery effort is part of the agency anti-graft campaign launched by President Bola Tinubu's administration. It also seized over 931,000 metric tons of petroleum products, 975 properties and company shares. In a report published on Monday, the commission said that in addition, it secured more than 4,000 criminal convictions, its highest since it was founded more than 2 decades ago. The agency says some of the recovered money has been reinvested in government projects. Nigeria has struggled for decades with endemic corruption, which many say contributes to widespread poverty. Now, the country is ranked 140 of the 180 on Transparency International latest corruption perception index. Well, so let's see, maybe Tinubu is doing something good. Let's see how it all pans out for him at the end of the day. Well, but it's all coming away from Star Radio UK. We've got about another 10 minutes to bring the program to a close. Well, somebody trying to actually threaten the position of Tinubu. The presidency and the ruling All Progressive Congress have dismissed the recent defection of former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai to the Social Democratic Party and his effort to rally opposition figures against President Bola Tinubu ahead of the 2027 general election. The APC and the presidency accused El-Rufai of harboring unrealistic political ambition, asserting that his defection will not significantly impact the party's prospects. Now, reacting to El-Rufai's defection, the special advisor to the president on policy communication, Daniel Bwala, argued that while the former governor, had the constitutional right to switch parties, his motives were questionable. Bwala, in a statement, downplayed El-Rufai's political influence, stating that his move to unseat the full ruling government was not driven by ideology, but by personal ambition. Do you think that is it? He wanted to be maybe part of the hierarchy in the party or the ruling government, the cabinet be there, or to make his own contribution or crack the whip there. However, it seemed not to be falling in place, and now he's saying, I'm out, I'm forming my own, and I'm going to be fighting you boot for boot. What do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK at 9 minutes to the end of the program. Still in Nigeria. Now, Rivers State chapter of the People's Democratic Party has slammed the Tony Okocha-led All Progressive Congress over the call for Governor Siminalayi Fubara's resignation or impeachment. Speaking on Monday, after they issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the governor to either resign or face impeachment, Okocha, who accused the governor of mismanaging the state, also alleged that Fubara's administration had plunged the state into chaos. He further claimed that the Supreme Court, in its verdict, indicated that there is no functional government in Rivers State, citing multiple infractions by the governor, which he described as impeachable offenses. However, in a chat with Daily Post, the PDP publicity secretary in Rivers State, Sydney Tambari Barra, dismissed the ultimatum, saying Okocha cannot be taken seriously. According to him, Okocha issued the 48-hour ultimatum without giving any cogent reasons for the governor to resign or be impeached. Now, Barra asserted that Okocha is a character that has been known in Rivers State political scene as a man who speaks from both sides of his mouth. Wow. So the rah and the rah. Oh, that's good, boy. He speaks from both sides of his mouth. Okay. Now, Barra asserted, from both sides of his mouth makes derogatory or illogical utterances that are not always in line with current realities. The PDP spokesperson claimed that nobody in Rivers State takes Tony Okocha's comment seriously anymore because of his past antecedents. He is irrelevant. So therefore, this 48-hour ultimatum is obviously laughable and is degrading our political landscape in Rivers State, bringing our state down as if we are mediocre and unserious people. Nagbara, who accused Okocha of trying to impress his paymasters, urged Nigerians, particularly river people, to disregard the ultimatum. He added that the governor, Fubara, is on top of the situation in Rivers State and he is busy commissioning projects. He has no time to listen to characters like Tony Okocha. Well, but is Fubara doing what he's supposed to do? I mean, if it's just because of opposition, I remember back in the day, and then we were having a chat, and the person said, "Oh, you know what? We are opposition. And I said, "Yeah, we have to oppose." Then I said, "You don't just oppose for opposing's sake. That anything that somebody say, oh, we have to oppose because we are in opposition." No, here there are some of the things or policies that they put across that they think, yeah, we all agree to it. And then when they look at it and there are particular places, they can punch holes in those places and say, look, watch that thing. That is what we're supposed to do. That's being a responsible opposition, but not just sitting there and anybody that, oh, let's get rid of him, let's do that. Meanwhile, you're not looking at the things on the ground. Well, maybe he wants a place. So maybe Fubara should give him maybe the deputy governor that will do, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK at 5 minutes to the top of the hour, and let's look at some of the issues that is making the rounds. I know that the Minister for Finance and Economic Planning, Dr. Castle Hayford, is that the name? Yeah, is presenting the budget statement, the first one by the NDC government in Parliament, and I'll be telling you more about that. But as Ghana was celebrating its 68th Independence Day celebration, the NDC's parliamentary representative, a member of parliament for Assin North, Mr. James Jetchukwasin, did emphasize the need for the country to decolonize its mindset and institution and policies. In a statement commemorating the occasion issued by Mr. Kwasin and copied to the Ghana News Agency, it reflected on the significance of Ghana's independence. It said, "We are not simply recognizing a date on a calendar. Rather, we are giving honor to abundant courage, large resilience, and deep prescience of our forebears who fought for our freedom." It goes on further to say the statement highlighted the importance of economic sovereignty, advocating for a collaborative African currency to reduce dependence on foreign monetary system. And I know Kofi Ali would have been here. He would have been happy about it because the ECOWAS was trying to get its own currency, the ECO, that's the sub-regional body, doing their best. But up to now, they've not been able to. And I was thinking that maybe the former colonial masters were stoking fire so that we are not. They want us always to be dependent on them, so they can tell you what to do. Like what has happened in the White House when the Ukrainians came to see them. So when you are dependent on me, you are begging me, you are coming to me for everything. I can determine what time you go to bed. I can determine even what time you sleep with your wife. And that's what seems to be going on. Or how many children that you can have. Was I am in control, I'm controlling you. Well, the statement highlighted the importance of economic sovereignty, advocating for a collaborative African currency to reduce dependency on foreign monetary system. A singular currency for the West African and eventually for the whole landmass would strengthen trade, stabilize economies, and lessen reliance on previous colonial administration, it noted. The statement quoted Mr. Kwasin as emphasizing the need for unity within Africa armed forces, stating Ghana must lead all efforts to promote unity and strong high command for Africa, a command totally independent of external influences and which stands on its own and has the capability to protect our continent. It stressed the importance of promoting African languages and cultures, saying we need to work on elevating one of those languages into a common official status across Africa. Languages are not just a tool for communication, but also a form of solid foundation for our cultural identity and sources of pride. Now, so which language are we going to learn? We say the Nigerians a lot, okay? They have got a mass, that's the most populated country on the African continent, right? Okay. We have Congo there as well. So which language? Congo, Democratic Republic? No, not the Central Republic of Congo. That they are saying that they have about 100 million people. Now, which language are we going to speak? Are we going to speak Yoruba, or Hausa, or Twi? Which one? So I think we maintain what language that we are speaking at the moment. But what, like in Canada, we have the French-speaking Canadian, and then we have the English-speaking. So we met together, we are still Canada, and we are still building something for ourselves. Common interest. You don't need to have a visa to travel from the English-speaking Canada to the French-speaking one. No, you're able to move around the weather you want. Well, so much as I agree with him, there'll be some areas that I'll pick holes in what he's presenting. However, I think it's gone past that time. And we have to wake up as Africans, especially our leaders. You have to wake up and understand one thing, because for sure, if we don't work together, we don't do things together, it's just a matter of time, we will be found wanting like no man's business. It's 12 o'clock. I'm going to bring the program to a close, But I will bring you one other story and then we'll move on from there. Okay, let me touch on this. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has issued a final reminder to individuals still in possession of diplomatic and service passports issued during the previous administration to return them by the 17th of March 2025. This directive follows a previous announcement by the ministry dated the 15th of January 2025 and stems from an order by the Office of the President to review and retrieve all such passports no longer valid under the current government requirements. So far, 404 diplomatic passports, 387 service passports remain unreturned despite earlier notices. The ministry is calling on all individuals listed below to surrender their passports to the Legal and Treaties Bureau at the ministries without delay. And they are from former minister and their spouses, former members of parliament from all political parties, former council of state members and their spouses, retired justices of the superior and lower courts, former regional ministers, MMDCs, board chairs, and members of state institutions, officials of the National Cathedral Project, former political ambassadors and their dependents, businessmen and entrepreneurs, former government functionaries, any person holding an official passport but not currently serving the state. The ministry has warned that any passport not returned by the deadline will be cancelled and added to the stopwatch list, making them subject to immediate seizure at all entry and exit points in Ghana. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the custodians of the law, let's see how it all pans out. But interestingly, if I have one of the diplomatic passports and I've been moving up and down, to and fro without changing my position, I mean, it will be difficult if you say, as we are no more in government, so I should just bring that money back, those documents back. I don't know how people will be feeling about that, but it's quite an interesting one. But wherever you are, this is where I say thank you very much for tuning in. But that story that I brought your way from Nigeria, where just in a span of 1 year, Nigeria has been able to retrieve $500 million from its via its anti-graft agency. So all the corruption and stuff like that. But are they getting the big fishes, or these ones are the small fishes? What about the bigger ones? Yeah. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure coming your way. God willing, tomorrow I'll be back and we'll be bringing you the Wednesday edition of the morning show. Until then, just stay tuned. Tomorrow, God willing, we'll bring you the budget statement from Ghana, from the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Finance in Ghana. Well, one other story that has made a headline there. Accused person stole my jewelry worth $53,000. Cecilia Dapa is telling a court there. I'm going to be telling you more about that. But on that note, I say have a lovely day. Don't do what I wouldn't do. But you know me. You have to say that to me. But whatever it is, have a lovely day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, it's been me, Archie. I'm out like that. Bye. The Zongo man says the problem of Africa. Enjoy it. And I'll see you on the other side.
The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Them all go to universities. Universities award them degrees, big degrees, degrees, big degrees. MSc in stealing, Bachelor of Arts, mismanagement, Masters in looting, MSc in corruption, Bachelor of Science in nepotism, MSc in forgery, Bachelor of Arts in indiscipline, MSc in embezzlement. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Some of them went to London, to London.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening.
In foolishness, PhD in stupidity, MSc in foolishness, PhD dishonesty, PhD in recklessness, Bachelor of Arts in selfishness, MSc in greed, BSc